Welcome to this week's news capsule. Mother Teresa once said, "Spread love everywhere you go. Let no one ever come to you without leaving happier." For this, we need to love ourselves first. So always step up and be kind and gentle with yourself too. After all, you are one of a kind. The highlights of today's news capsule are: government sets out advisory for patients infected by Omicron variant of COVID-19. China's $1 trillion artificial sun fusion reactor just got 5 times hotter than the sun. NASA fully deploys James Webb Telescope in space. Volcano erupts on Galapagos Islands. Arctic region witnesses massive 7,278 lightning strikes in 2021. 2 cyclists from Maharashtra are pedaling along the Indian coast for a plastic-free world. Tata Group replaces Vivo to become IPL title sponsor. Teenager Bharat Subramaniam becomes India's 73rd chess grandmaster. Rohan Bopanna and Ramkumar Ramanathan win doubles title in Adelaide. And lastly, our F2 segment. It is now time to begin with the national news segment.
With COVID-19 cases rising all over the country, the government has put out an advisory stating that a sore throat, tiredness, body ache and fever are all common symptoms of the Omicron variant. It has further advised anyone who is taking care of someone under home quarantine to wear a triple-layer medical mask when and to use soap and water for at least 40 seconds after coming into contact with them. If you have not been vaccinated as yet, now is the right time to get yourself an appointment and to practice social distancing. Stay safe, Igraaspers.
China has a reactor where it is attempting to understand nuclear fusion, which is a process that happens on the surface of the sun that creates a tremendous amount of energy. On December 30th, the fusion energy reactor, which is located in the city of Hefei, ran at a whopping 70 million degrees Celsius for over 17 minutes. This temperature is about 5 times hotter than the real sun. If scientists are able to properly harness the power of nuclear fusion, we would have an incredibly efficient and clean energy source. Now that's fascinating, isn't it?
The most powerful telescope ever built, the James Webb Telescope, has finished its final stage of installation in outer space, with it taking a total of 2 weeks. Teams in NASA's James Webb Space Telescope's control room celebrated the final wing being deployed and latched into place. The telescope is incredibly large and therefore was too big to fit into a rocket and thus was transported folded out. The unfurling has been a complex and risky task, with many engineers claiming that it has been the most challenging deployment program the space agency has ever taken. What secrets of the universe do you think the telescope will reveal, Igraasp? Let us know in the comment section below.
The tallest mountain in the Galapagos Islands, which is also a volcano, erupted last week with a cloud of ash and smoke rising to 12,444 feet above sea level. Luckily, the island on which the volcano is situated houses people on the other side of it, with Ecuadorian officials stating that the eruption did not pose a risk to residents. The 5,580-foot volcano is one of numerous active volcanoes in the islands, which are situated 1,000 kilometers away from mainland South America. We hope the eruption stays under control and doesn't pose a risk to human life on the island.
In the year 2021, the Earth's northernmost, the Arctic, witnessed 7,278 lightning strikes, which is nearly double of what had been witnessed in the last 9 years combined. This occurrence is worrying as scientists say the region's air lacks the convective heat required to create lightning. Temperatures have been consistently rising in the icy Arctic, with it being at least 3 times the global average. Therefore, tracking the lightning in the region seems to have become an important indicator of the climate crisis. Climate change is very real, Igraaspers, with new findings coming every day of the impact it's having. We must come together and find solution to these problems.
Two cyclists, Milind Tambe and Sriram Kanthavikar, are cycling and covering a distance of about 6,179 kilometers along the Indian coastline to highlight the ill effects of the single-use plastic. They actually started their journey last year in February, but they had to stop in Goa due to the second wave of the pandemic hitting. They restarted in November and are going to cycle through Kanyakumari, Visakhapatnam, Kolkata and Gujarat before finishing in Mumbai. This is quite an expedition, and the two cyclists have to be commended, not just for their athleticism, but also for garnering attention for a very important cause.
One of India's largest companies, the Tata Group, will take over from the mobile manufacturer Vivo as the title sponsor for the Indian Premier League 2022. The sponsorship works in a way wherein the BCCI keeps 50% of the money and distributes the rest among the IPL franchisees, which are now 10 with the addition of 2 new teams this year. This deal between BCCI and Tata is only for this year, with the board inviting fresh sponsorship bids for the year 2023. Who are you rooting for this year's IPL? Let us know in the comment section below.
14-year-old Bharat Subramaniam has become India's 73rd chess grandmaster by finishing 7th at the Virgiani Cup Open in Italy. To become a grandmaster in chess, one must cross 3 grandmaster norms and also cross 2,500 ELO points, which is done by participating in tournaments. 5-time world champion Viswanathan Anand congratulated Bharat on Twitter, saying he is extremely talented and has excellent intuition. We cannot wait to see Bharat soar to even greater heights in the future.
The Indian team of Rohan Bopanna and Ramakumar Ramanathan have won the men's doubles title at the Adelaide International ATP 250 event. The Indians, unseeded pair in a huge upset, beat the top seeds Ivan Dodig and Marcelo Melo 7-6, 6-1 in the finals to take the title home. The tournament at Adelaide is a warm-up for the Australian Open, the season's first Grand Slam starting on January 17th. If you're a tennis fan, we're sure you're extremely hyped about the start of 2021 season.
The Indian Army has unveiled a new combat uniform which is lighter and more environmentally friendly. The new camouflage uniform features a digital pattern and was unveiled on January 15th, which is also known as Army Day. The camouflage outfits are completely different from what the soldiers currently wear. The uniform was created in close collaboration with the Army by the National Institute of Fashion Technology, and its main goal was to make soldiers more comfortable while still being operationally friendly.
BMW has unveiled the world's first color-changing car. With just a touch of a button, the driver can change the shade of the vehicle's exterior by allowing the color to shift between white and black, or even light and dark strips on the car. It is able to do this using electronic ink technology, which is actually normally found in e-readers like Kindles. The car is also completely electric and has the ability to swap between different shades of white, black and grey using a simple phone app. A color-changing car sounds quite cool, wouldn't you agree, Igraaspers?
The country of Turkmenistan's president has called for an extinguishing of a popular tourist attraction in the country, the Gates of Hell. The Gates of Hell is roughly 260 kilometers north of the country's capital, and the site is 60 meters wide and 20 meters deep. The crater was apparently formed in 1971 when Soviet geologists hit a natural gas cavern, causing it to collapse by accident. To prevent the spread of the natural gas, the geologists tried to burn the crater, with the flames still being there even today. The country's president, however, has now said that it needs to be extinguished as it is affecting the health of the residents close by.
A 12-year-old girl in Russia has come to be known as the world's strongest girl after a video has surfaced showing her chopping down a tree just using her fists. Avinka Sadvaks, who has been trained by her professional boxing coach, father, has been training since she was just 4 years old. She has a sizable social media presence as well and posts videos of her practicing her punching. One such video also shows her denting steel with her bare fists. Now that's strength. Wouldn't you agree, Igraspers?
The word of the week is cahoots, which means in partnership with. In challenging times, it helps to be in cahoots with your friends. The riddle of the week is: a man describes his daughters saying they are all blonde but two, all brunette but two, and all red-headed but two. How many daughters does he have? 3.
Can you guess who? This Indian singer, composer and songwriter is the first Asian to have won 2 Oscars, and that too in the same year. He is known for creating magical melodies by mixing Indian classical music with electronic and world music. With over 100 international and national awards, including the Padma Bhushan, he is lovingly known as the Mozart of Madras. It is music maestro A.R. Rahman indeed. Did you know that Airtel's signature tune was composed by Rahman and is amongst the world's most downloaded mobile music tracks with over 150 million downloads?
Did you know that the Sargasso Sea has no coastline? This sea is bound by ocean currents on all 4 sides. It is also known as the golden rainforest of the ocean due to the variety of endemic species it supports in its open ocean ecosystem, especially sargassum, the golden drift algae that combine to form boundless golden floating mats on its surface.
Quiz time! Which system devised by Akira Yoshizawa used diagrams to describe origami folds, making instructions more clear and accessible? Send your answers to contact us at igraasp.com along with your full name, school name and a photograph. Answer to the last week's quiz. Bermuda Island is located on the western fringes of the sea and is the only landmass within the Sargasso Sea. This certificate of appreciation is presented to Arohi Joshi of Cygnus World School for successfully participating in the weekly quiz on India's leading news capsule for tweens, Igraasp.
Dear Igraspers, this week let us meet Harriet, a little spy. Harriet, an 11-year-old girl, has a notebook in which she records all she knows about everyone, including her classmates and best pals. She then misplaces her notebook, which winds up in the wrong hands. Her pals have read the always honest but sometimes horrible things she's written about each of them before she can stop them. Will Harriet be able to reassemble her life and her friendships back? Read this amazing story and drop in your feedback at igraasp.com/iClub.
With this, we come to the end of our news wrap. What will come out when you juice an orange? Orange juice, of course. Similarly, only love will flow out of you automatically when every cell of yours is made of love. This needs empathy and patience with your own self, along with those around you. So, until we meet again next week, be kind to yourself and remember to love yourself, for you are extremely precious. See you next week. Bye bye.